For thousands of years, the sands of Egypt have drawn soldiers, scholars, and adventurers from around the world. Today, this land of hidden treasures has produced a charismatic son, a guardian of ancient secrets, and a rarely gifted archaeologist. His name is Zahi Hawass, and he holds a unique job. In his hands lie all of Egypt's monuments. This is his story.
Okay, I'm ready to warm up our subject. You're gonna stand right here.
How's the hat?
That looks good.
Is it up or down?
Look up there, that's great. There we go. Ah, you're gonna fly away. Good, 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 good. Tell me the story of the pyramids.
I'm the king of the pyramids. You bow in front of me.
South and west of Cairo and the pyramids lies the Sahara El Gharbeya, Egypt's western desert. In the middle of this bone-dry landscape is something unexpected. Water. Bahariya Oasis, 200 miles from Cairo, has been an important settlement for thousands of years. To this day, it's a self-sufficient desert outpost. It was here in 1999 that Dr. Zahi Hawass announced his greatest discovery to the world. An astonishing series of tombs beneath the sand. He named it the Valley of the Golden Mummies.
This is the beginning of a tomb. They have the steps. This is the entrance of the tomb, and therefore this whole thing under the sand will uncover the whole tomb.
The all-Egyptian team had found more than 200 mummies, many of them richly gilded from the Greco-Roman period some 2,000 years ago.
Looks like a young lady. A young, beautiful lady. From the eyes and the eyebrow and the ears, and if we can think when she was alive, maybe 18, 20 years. I never thought that I would work with mummies like this.
Nor could he predict the reaction that followed.
It's so exciting, like an adventure.
How important would you say that?
Dr. Zahi's discovery was a sensation and put him at the center of an international media frenzy.
Over 100,000 copies sold.
Thank you.
For the first time, his passion for archaeology was revealed to a global audience.
I said to myself, I found it. I found it. I found my lover, archaeology.
Like his friend and fellow Egyptian Omar Sharif, Dr. Zahi is now world famous.
He revels in this glory and this being known everywhere now, traveling about and being an important person.
But fame and ambition don't come for free.
When you are not famous, you want to be famous. But when you become famous, you will hate it. You never have a private time in your life. People always look at you. No freedom. Then no one will like fame.
Today at the Bahariya Oasis, a team is slowly uncovering another labyrinth of hidden tombs. In the coming weeks, they'll be searching for burials, perhaps a skeleton, or even a well-preserved mummy. But all the time closely monitored from Cairo. Dr. Zahi divides his time between his main office and a second one 5 miles away at Giza, in the shadow of the Great Pyramid. It's never been a place for quiet contemplation.
Dr. Zahi is busy the whole day. He doesn't have a second to spare. People and phone calls, more people, more phone calls.
Nashwa Gaber, Dr. Zahi's assistant, knows him better than most.
He's a straightforward person, hates lies, but at the same time it's difficult to know what's going on in his mind. He wants you to understand and empathise with him, from the expressions in his eyes.
For Dr. Zahi, protecting these ancient monuments is a heartfelt responsibility. He finds sanctuary inside the Great Pyramid itself.
If anyone will ask me a question, what is the closest place to your heart? I will say this place. If I need to escape from anything, if I need to find a solution of a problem, I come to this place alone and meditate. And I close my eyes and think about the problem. Always I find a solution.
Another day and another battle with Cairo's relentless traffic. Dr. Zahi is heading out of town on family business to the Damyat region in the Nile Delta. Zahi Hawass was born here in 1947. Today, he's come back for a flying visit to the old family home. The king of the pyramids is viewed with a mixture of awe and affection.
The root of this village and the people that we live with them, they're just like a part of your family. Everyone here I know, everyone here I met, everyone here I love. And that's why this place, which I grew up, it gave me everything in my life. And I owe the people here and the village all my success. This is my root. And what's really important, if you want to be successful, you never forget your root. If you forget your root, you are nothing.
My father died when I was in the age of 13. And my father gave me two important things in my life. He taught me to be a brave man, never afraid of any human being. And the second thing is to be honest. Because he said if you're honest, no one can get you.
Zahi soon left the village for Alexandria University. After graduating in archaeology, Zahi got his first job at the somewhat dusty Department of Antiquities in Cairo.
There is no one has any kind of ambition. They sit at the offices. I didn't see any archaeological work. Then I said to myself, I do not think that I belong to this place.
But a year spent out in the field changed his perspective.
And I felt in love in archaeology. And from that time, I made it as archaeology to be my love.
there was one extraordinary morning at Giza that he'll never forget.
An American lady was riding a horse, and the leg of the horse fell down about 3 meters, discovered a small mud brick wall.
What the horse discovered turned out to be no less than the site of the tombs of the pyramid builders themselves.
My heart was in joy, my eyes was shining. This discovery reconstructs history. Unique scenes that we never see before. Taking offerings to give it to the deceased. This was the base of a pillar that was supporting the ceiling. The way that she's holding him. Love and affection. We know that pyramids only for kings and queens. No one else can build a pyramid. But now, my discovery can show pyramids began to be for everyone. If you can afford it, do it. But the king can afford it from limestone, but the workman is a poor man. He can afford it from mud brick. Then everyone now can go for the afterlife. Even the poor people can prepare their tombs for eternity, like kings and queens.
In summary, Dr. Zahi suggests that the pyramids weren't built by spacemen or even slaves, but by the willing people of Egypt in honor of their kings.
If we can close our eyes and go back 5,000 years ago, we can imagine what's happening here. Workmen coming from Upper Egypt get up in the morning early and they go work cutting the stones. Others moving the stones. They come in the evening, they take their beer and bread, they dance, they sing. I feel that I'm living in the time of these people because I'm with them all the time. I understand a lot about them.
Dr. Zahi's understanding is underpinned with a fierce pride in his ancestors' achievements.
Egyptians gave to the world civilization, science, and technology that no one else gave. No other civilization could do that.
The time has come for Dr. Zahi to make the 3-hour drive to Bahariya. 2 weeks have gone by, and the time has finally come to open the newly found sarcophagi. A National Geographic film crew is here to record the event.
Very rare when you discover an intact sarcophagus, because you know that since antiquity, since 2,500 years ago, that no one touched this one.
لا لا ايوه بس بالراحه
شد معايا شد معايا
That's good.
Why not?
Very good.
A faceless Egyptian, woken after 2,500 years and offering clues to an ancient life.
Mummies always have secret and magic. That a person who died since 2,500 years ago still exists in front of us. And what we have to know about this person. We have to study what he did. Then maybe he did something good that we should do. And that's why it's very important to do archaeology, because archaeology is preserving and studying the past to understand your future.
In Egypt and around the world, this charismatic man has won friends and enemies, admirers and rivals.